I'm glad to be back with sound. Apparently my last stream didn't have any sound to it, so if you enjoy my videos but don't like the sound of my voice, the last one is definitely the one for you to watch. If you do like some of the narrations that I do, stay tuned. We've got plenty more coming up here for you. So we started out last night playing a little bit of Empire Total War, so if you... and of course I've got my echo going there. But we are going to continue the campaign tonight. And that's the plan. So continuing the march on the French and Indian forts that are held in what is the 13 colonies way back when. And let's cue it up.
Sega.
Now we'll just continue the campaign there. I like that quote down there. We're in war, damn it. We'll have to offend somebody. Oh, so very true. Okay, so where we left off from last night, we had just taken over Fort Niagara. We had just finally taken care of some French troops that were kind of harassing my farms out here. Thankfully we got them taken care of, and we are now trying to train some soldiers to hopefully hold this fort. We've got a fairly large contingent of French troops there. We'll want to make sure that we can successfully defend against them. They've got a little wooden fort there that we're going to have to be extra careful about. So let's go ahead and advance. Not too many countries playing in this particular campaign game. Got our recruitment report, excellent. What's going to be critical here is that we retrain units that have suffered casualties. There we go.
When defending your territory, it's important to know how far enemy armies are able to move. Click on an enemy army to see its zone of movement. When an army is blocking your path, the terrain will be highlighted at the choke point. You must fight it to pass through, or find an alternative route.
Sir. We can't do that, sir.
What? Why can we not walk that way? Appears to be a road.
Can't do that, General.
As a unit fights and survives battles, it gains experience points that improve its ability to deal with future combat situations. Experience increases morale. This piece cannot move any further now. This piece cannot move any...
Alright, we get the idea, thank you.
Sir. Your orders?
There we go.
Men! Forward!
Excellent. Let's speed up that.
March!
Just ran out of space right before then. Okay. Well, this will give us 5 of these guys, plus a unit of Native American Musketeers. Looks like we're out of money for this turn anyway, so recruiting is not going to help. Got a bunch of regulars there.
Humble servant.
How about any ships? I'll build a sloop. Alright, we've got a sloop.
Occupying a port with an army prevents the enemy from trading through it and producing new ships.
Forward! March!
Alright, now these guys should be happy enough. We can pull off the tax exemption so I can get some money out of them, hopefully. I think I've got everything else pretty well under construction.
Forward?
Now, as for these guys, we are supposed to take Louisburg. So we're going to need a
Click
decent
on
amount of
any
ships.
area of the radar map to snap the map directly to that area. The plus and minus buttons in the
Alright, we get the idea.
Ready for orders.
So this army will swap out some men once we've gotten our ships done, and we'll trade out for some of these British regulars here. I guess they're line infantry, because I'm technically colonists, not really the British.
When viewing user interface panels, you will notice a question mark button in their top
Oh, there we
left-hand
go.
corners. This is the help button. Click on it in order to get advice about the panel in question.
Alright, so we have a new objective. Build a 5th rate. Take a couple turns to build that, but we want to take our existing troops and we want to scout ahead.
Set sail. Jump to it and look lively.
We've got a couple brigs and a sloop, so that should do nicely.
Weigh anchor. Under sail.
Alright. We've got our ship out in front there, making sure that they're going to pave the way for us.
Your orders, Your Majesty?
No, I forgot one unit that needed to be retrained.
Sir.
Let's see, what can we do here? These skirmishers and ranged colonial militia can probably stay behind,
Make ready. March.
but I would like to take the regulars with me.
Troops. Forward.
There, that looks like a pretty good army. Regular line infantry, a couple pieces of artillery. Pretty solid. The only piece up here is we've got this French fort that I'm not really thrilled about. Let's put an artillery piece in the queue there, just so we have it, in case. I'll wait another turn.
Use the space bar to speed up movement of all characters, armies or fleets on the campaign map. Press the space bar again to slow them down again.
Orders, Captain.
Alright.
Set sail.
Oh!
Jump to it and look lively.
Well, well, well. Looks like we have French ships. Brig and a sloop. Sloop and a brig. What to do?
Officer on deck. The sea will be their grave.
Alright, let's go get them. This is actually the first time I've ever fought a naval battle in this game, so this should be fun. I have no idea what I'm doing. Kind of. I played the tutorial.
In the lower right of the screen is the Naval Maneuver Compass, used for fine-tuning ship orders. The 3 arrows in its top half will cause your vessel to sail straight ahead, or turn left, or right. The icon in the center of the lower section indicates whether you are in full sail, half sail, or no sail. This can be adjusted up or down with the plus and minus buttons to either side.
Well, we need to move our ships over so that they can actually be in position. I will say with this game, the one thing I have a complaint about is the camera system. It is not the friendliest. Oh, come on. There we go. I'd like my ships at least facing kind of the right direction. Alright, so we've got brig, sloop. Oh, not brig. There's the sloop. Strange, a sloop is bigger than the brig. I would have thought it was the other way around, considering you only have 18 cannon. Alright.
Selecting 2 or more.
There they are. This is all just going to be part of the maneuvering game right now as we approach them. I want to kind of move at them at an angle so that I can fire a broadside. I'd love to take one of these ships if possible. If we can sink one of them, we can worry about capturing the second one. The first one up is the sloop anyway. We should be able to sink that quick, hopefully.
Clicking on your right or starboard broadside button, or clicking on your left or port broadside button loads your guns ready to fire. The advancing red band around the button indicates how close you are to being ready. When this is complete, click on the button again to unleash a full broadside. Be aware that for success, this order relies on your own timing.
Alright boys, what are we doing? Let's get on them. There we go. Kind of firing at the wrong ship.
This ship is sailing into a headwind, so she is only able to make a slow progress on her current heading. Zigzagging back and forth across the wind helps to improve speed and makes one less vulnerable to enemy fire, whilst the frequent turns required present more firing opportunities.
Turn and face. Come on. There we go. Change shot, boys. Let's take this one.
The sloop's light guns and small crew make it unsuitable for direct confrontations. However, it is highly maneuverable and faster than almost any other vessel when traveling across or into the wind. Use these attributes to hit the enemy from positions outside the scope of their main batteries.
We got one ship down, we just need the other one to go down. Yep, looks like we won. Haha, we captured a unit. I'll take it. And that can go to the bottom of the ocean.
Right-click to move your fleet to any part of the highlighted area. Move the fleet to a coast and right-click on land to disembark any passengers. Alternatively, select the units.
Easy prize money.
Excellent. Alright, well, we were able to steal that ship.
My lord.
And we're still waiting on our other ship to finish.
Town wealth is a term used to represent the wealth of the population of a town, city, port, or resource. The level of town wealth is dictated by the income provided by buildings and taxation. Region wealth is essentially the sum of town wealth and building or taxation income across a whole region.
Set sail.
Looks like the French have run.
Look lively. At the ready. Men, forward.
Use this panel to manually merge armies. Click on the unit or character you wish to move, then click on the central button to move it from one army to another. It's possible to select several units at a time.
We'll build another fifth rate just so we have enough firepower to make it out there. And now we have some artillery pieces up here, which is a good sign. Mostly irregulars, but better than nothing. Oh! We're not exactly in the best of shape to be fighting that.
Reverse course. Reef sail.
Press the Control and S keys simultaneously to quickly save the game from the campaign map. Press Control L to quickly load the last save.
Set orders received. Ready and waiting.
We'll repair those ships.
If left standing in the region of another, an army will automatically inflict damage to the surrounding countryside. This means destroying roads, farms, mines. You can attack a fleet belonging to another nation when it is within the highlighted area. Right-click on a fleet to engage in naval combat.
Well, we need to take another region in order to increase our income before we do anything, so we shall advance.
Armies that are not large enough to be effective could be destroyed if attacked by a superior force. Under those circumstances, it's prudent to merge them together. Select one and right-click on another to walk to and merge with it.
Set sail! Jump to it and look
When
lively!
attacking a fort or city, a general can demand that the defenders surrender with the honors of war. If accepted, they will be allowed to leave unmolested, turning the fortifications over without a shot being fired.
Ah, that sounds like a good idea. Yep, there's the French fleet.
Ready and awaiting orders.
We'll continue the
They
siege.
hide behind women's skirts.
Although the age of large-scale official buccaneering is over, due to bigger and better organized navies, enemy shipping is still fair game in times of war. Right-click on a trade route to draw additional income from raiding their trade fleets.
And I was hoping to be a buccaneer.
Rise for the tagging!
Alright, let's go take some ships. I'm not really sure why they deploy my ships like this. Just seems like it would be more of a pain. Yeah, those are significantly bigger boats. Want to have the little guys going first, draw fire, and then have the big boys come in later. Wait a minute. Where are you guys going? Alright, we can skip through some of this part here, play it on double speed while we wait for boats to sail. Start moving into position, folks. We've got ships to sink. Mark your targets, gentlemen. go. There's a barrage. Oh, just uncork on him. There we go. You're already running scared. There we go. What? My sloop's running away. Where you going, sloop? We got one of their ships down. Two ships down. I don't know there, buddy. You look like you got some holes put in you. He's still in good health. He just has a couple holes. Cue up the chain shots. I want it. This guy's got like no cannon left. Come on, boys, tear up the sails. Board that ship. Well, don't let them get away. Ah, these guys surrendered. Excellent. Let's go get that last ship. All right. Took 2 prizes, I believe. Oh, only 1.
Egg ready.
I got a brig, I'll take it. Well, now that that army's up there,
Where to, Captain?
we'll just move our boats into position. They should be able to stay there for a little while anyway.
A blockade is a cordon of ships used to prevent the enemy from trading through a port or moving any fleet that is based there. You can blockade a port by right-clicking on it, as you would another fleet. If there is an enemy fleet inside, a cordon graphic will appear to indicate a blockade is underway. Otherwise, your fleet will sail straight into the port and occupy it.
Alright, let's go take this city. Alright. Well, interesting deployment line.
Artillery reporting.
Seriously though, who put cannons all the way over here without any support? That's a terrible idea. I mean, look at this range that they could hit though. Alright. Alright. Not gonna have them fire at will because we need to move our regiment down a little bit to give them some cover. Alright, they can hit half the map from just that hill, which is going to be a strategic element for us. The next hill that we want to cover with artillery is going to be up here.
Medium cannon. Troop on limber.
Once again, these guys can hit a pretty good range.
Infantry.
Next battery of cannons I want to install is right down here on the plain. That should give us a clear range of all of the units. Just in case anyone wants to come give us a surprise. Put some more line infantry up there to protect our cannons. They'll hold that position and that hill. As for the main bulk of our forces here, it's going to be interesting to see. What I'd love to do is I'd love to sweep down, take that house. So I don't want a whole bunch of people over here. This is... Although they can deploy there, I don't want to have to worry about it. Get infantry lined up there. They're not going to be able to cross that hill. The only question is, if someone tries to flank us on this side, potentially we could have some problems. I'm not too concerned.
Yes, sir! Sir! Line infantry!
Cavalry can stay up here. Alright, fire at will. Well, let the shelling commence. Take that house, we're gonna have to march.
March! Infantry report! Inside! Coming out! Artillery!
Target their artillery pieces, please.
Cavalry! At your service! Artillery! Line infantry! Hoorah! Artillery report! Yes, sir! Shooting range!
Take out that artillery base. Oh, we're losing cannons. At least we lost one of them. We don't need them firing while we've got our cavalry mowing them down. There we go. Wait a minute. That guy's still got a horse and he's running away. That fort's gonna shoot us to pieces if we keep running at it. Can we hit the fort from here? Yes, we can. Nope, that's gonna leave a mark. Like I said, I haven't played the battles very often, so I'm still trying to figure out how to crack this nut. Looks like it's about to fall, though. Oh, it's at 98%. Can we get another cannon, please? Oh, well, that's convenient. They just put a hole in it.
General and staff at your service.
Okay. What do we have left inside? Armed citizenry. Some sort of cavalry in here. Light horsemen. Oh! Send in the cavalry. Death from above! I can't have much will to fight left. I mean, there's only 15 of them. There we go. All right. A heroic victory. We only lost 69 men.
It is possible to take a fort or city without risking a pitched battle. A patient general can throttle the fight out of the defenders by laying siege for several turns. This is time-consuming, but eventually hunger, or an angry populace, will force a surrender. Periodically, your government will issue missions for you to undertake. Although optional, it can be useful to do them in order to learn various aspects of gameplay. Your first mission has arrived. To begin...
Alright, capture Quebec. Sounds easy enough. Or straightforward enough, I should say.
The lists panel gathers together useful information about the armed forces, agents.
Okay. Take Montreal.
Planning your construction needs is essential to a successful empire. Buildings of education further the research and acquisition of new technology. Industrial buildings facilitate trade and return income. Barracks increase the numbers and quality of available units. Inns, theatres, etc. keep the population happy in the short term.
Well, we want to keep the population happy. Okay. Looks like we have some potential French armies over here. Well, there's two ways to Montreal and Quebec. One is the tough way, which is going to be going down from the north here, which is going to probably involve a number of French fleets, French ships, or excuse me, docks along the way in order to get to Quebec and eventually Montreal. Or we could potentially take the slightly shorter, but yet still overland route. It requires us to march through here. My suggestion, we eliminate these forces here before we do any of the above. Which is going to require some good troops.
There has been an eruption of national pride in your home region following your victories on the field of battle.
Oh, that's good.
Every time a battle is won, or a territory conquered, the populace become more fervent in their support of the war. This is indicated by increased happiness.
Wow, she seems really happy about that. I mean, I was just like, hey, I get extra money each turn. You know, excuse me, dear British Army, could you go attack those guys? That would be great, thanks. Can't really do too much this turn. Oh. Thanks for that. Completely ignored him. Appreciate it.
More orders. Forward.
If I didn't give you anything about to gripe about taxes, would you be happier? We'll train a garrison there.
Yes, sir.
Do not concentrate the construction of military buildings within a single region. Spread out to ensure the availability of troops during an invasion.
It's helpful to know. Oh, great. Thanks for raiding that. That doesn't help me one bit. Alright. Do I now have enough troops to garrison?
Anything more? Waiting for.
Alright. If I exempt them from tax, they'll be happy.
Forward. Rats in a cave. Settlement under siege.
Underway.
Want my support ships close by in case they need to escape. British decide to once again raid the same
Your
place.
nation could be making more money through trade. Instigate diplomacy to make new trade agreements. This panel enables you to view the state of diplomatic relations between nations. Select a nation by clicking on their flag. Their allies, enemies, protectorates, and trading partners. Now this panel is used for negotiations between nations. Available diplomatic options
about
are
a
listed
peace
on the
treaty?
left. Click on an option to create a proposal, and press the X button to
They
cancel
want a
it.
territory.
A complicated proposal involving too many elements may be rejected out of hand. Money can be offered to or demanded of another nation as reparations for war, tribute to avoid attack, or as an act of goodwill. Use the arrow buttons to enter an amount and click on the appropriate checkbox
No.
in order to select a single or regular payment
Well,
before putting forward your proposal.
they don't seem to be too keen on dealing with us, so I guess we're gonna have to deal with that. Ah, perfect. We can charge tax, and they're not going to hate us. Which is the entire purpose of this game, is to tax people without them hating you.
Could be making more money through trade. Instigate diplomacy
Not making
to
any
make
money
new
right
trade
now.
agreements. The diplomatic negotiations panel can be accessed through the button on the bottom right of the screen.
Need to increase taxes, if anything.
The Trade tab, the Taxes tab, allows adjustment of taxation levels on a theatre-by-theatre basis. From here, AI management of taxation and construction can be specified. Use the arrow buttons under the map to change theatre. Click on the button at the bottom of the panel to go straight to the region with the lowest public order. In most cases, adjusting the tax levels should fix the problem.
Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain.
These people aren't very happy at all. But we need to get to Quebec.
There are currently no troops stationed at this fort. As things stand, it could easily be occupied by an enemy army.
Drop anchor!
The ruling classes have written a letter of demands to your national leader as they are unhappy with the current government. Failure to comply will lead to an organized rebellion against you. Acquiescence at this stage could lead to further demands. Where exactly will you draw the line?
Discontent. Fine. Until we get enough people in here that we can satisfy the angry rabble here.
Yes, my lord. Forward! March! In position.
Officer on deck!
Let's save the game before something bad happens. 'Cause you never know when sometimes these computers crap out. It's never a convenient time. Alright, well, we've got an army of mostly irregulars and a little bit of cannon at this point.
Ship shape and Bristol fashion, Captain. Davy Jones awaits the scurvy dogs!
Alright, let's get them. Stick them out. I mean, I think I understand why they have us deploy in columns. I'm just not a fan of it. I don't want these ships up front. Of course, we get a nice little headwind. Let's speed this up a bit. They're coming at us downwind. All their ships are fresh, too. Ours have taken a little bit of damage.